on, everybody? Welcome to another segment of Food That Moves Me. I'm your host, Coco Kimono, and today we are in the heart of Belvedere on York Road at Noir Restaurant, Bar, and Lounge. Listen, I'm so excited to go in and taste the food. Look at the beautiful ladies. They're your hosts. These are the faces that you see when you come in. Let's go inside and see what's going on. And so we are inside of Noir, and I am super excited about this amazing restaurant, bar, and lounge. It's a whole experience. I did hear a lot about the lamb chops, and I hear that they are amazing. So now we have the Noir wings with the spicy barbecue and house sauce. And it's got a little kick to it, but they are so good. And right next to me, look at this pretty thing right here. This is the Caribbean Getaway. I want to feel like I'm on the island again. You know, everything I raise, so I'm going to taste this, all right? A whole experience. I feel my feet missing already. Y'all better come and get it. And so now we're going to get into it. I'm going to be a little different, but I'm going to hold it like this. Ooh. Crispy. Got a little kick to it. Got some sweetness to it. Very good. I definitely recommend this. Now we have the delicious lamb chops with some fried rice that has a play on some vegetables there. And then look at this number right here. This is the Noir drink with red berry Ciroc and some other plays on some fruity stuff in there. Sexy time, y'all. Let's get it on a Thursday. So we're going to get into these lamb chops. Let's get into it. It's amazing. You taste it. Sometimes you feel like you have to put some seasonings on your food. This is as is. Please make sure you come in. Tell them Coco sent And so now we're going to meet the owner of Noir, Tony Foster, and he's going to walk us through. Let's go meet him. We have the man with the plan, Antonio Foster, and he's going to take you on a tour of this amazing business that he has going on. Stay tuned.
How you doing? This is your boy Tony from Noir Restaurant and Lounge. Welcome. I can give you guys a walkthrough so you can see how we do it here in Noir, Baltimore. This is Noir Restaurant and Lounge. This is the restaurant area. We have outside seating, hookah, private dining room upstairs, nightclub, which we're going to show you. So this is Noir's Lounge. This is where we have all our parties, our private events. Really dope. We have a lot of good experiences up here. The music be blaring, liquor flowing, ladies out. We have a lot of fun here. If you ever come in town or you're in my city, Baltimore, Maryland, East Baltimore, guy, born and bred, you will love it. Like, we have a lot of fun here. So look forward to seeing you guys. The Noir experience. So this here is our private dining room area. This is where we have like minor events, baby showers, custom parties, small dinner events. All the walls are lit, all different kind of color, LEDs. We have speakers built into the walls. This area is good for any kind of small event that's real personalized.
So thank you so much, Tony, for inviting us into this amazing building. I mean, this is a spot away from like a spot. Like, it's amazing. And, you know, just let us know, what was your inspiration, I mean, that got you to this point?
I mean, being a guy from East Baltimore, trying to make things happen, good investments. I mean, I felt like we needed this place. Noir means black and French. And it's one of those things where I kind of wanted to give our people something different. You know, the age ranges can vary from, you know, late 20s to the early 40s or later. But, you know, it's been 4 years now. You know, our food's been good. Our party environment's been good. We've been having a good fast track on success here, and I just want to try to keep it going.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And his lamb chops are to die for. Okay, it's a whole experience. And tell us a little bit about your lamb chops. What's so special about it?
Well, we opened up. We were trying to figure out what our signature dish was going to be, and at the time, lamb chops wasn't a thing. It was like steak and the salmon and stuff like that. Right. I said, but that's specialized lamb chop. Let's make it our thing. And we kind of perfected it, and we just kept going at it until we got it right. The first week we opened, we gave away food free just until we got it right.
Oh wow!
And then once we got the okay from the the community and our peers and stuff like that, that's kind of why we got to realize that lamb chops was out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And as you can see, he's all about community, y'all. And so this is a playground for you to come on in and experience. It's a whole experience for the food, the bar, just a gathering of family, friends. And we're going to come together. We're going to make this happen. We're going to support. And thank you so much, Tony. We will be back again. And you're going to see him on the show again on What Made You Do That. Out. Thank you so much for sharing this experience with me. I'm Coco Kimono, and this is another segment of Food That Moves Me. The service is expertise. The food is amazing. It's a wonderful atmosphere. We just thank you so much for coming. We want you all to come in and support. All right? Make sure you follow Noir on all social platforms, and make sure you tell them that Coco sent you. I'm gonna check on y'all later. Peace. Food That Moves Me is brought to you by KBBK, brandmanagement.com. Branding for busy entrepreneurs. They manage your branding, you manage your business. What's going on, everybody? I hope you enjoyed that segment of Food That Moves Me. And today I'm super excited. We have a guest today. His name is Tess, short for Testimony, and he is addiction, recovery, and sobriety speaker and a poet. So we are going to have a good time hearing about his story. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So,
honored. I'm truly honored.
Absolutely. And so
you're doing big things, sis.
I'm trying. You're gonna make it even bigger though. After they hear this story.
Oh wow.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I grew up around here.
Right.
I went to private school. Mm-hmm. I'm a big sports guy.
Okay.
Played lacrosse.
Okay.
Play for the Cannons. It's the old man league.
Okay,
right?
All right. That's all right. You're still active.
Yeah, I'm still active.
Yeah.
And I got a great job. Mm-hmm. I got a beautiful wife named Joy. Mm-hmm. A wonderful family. Nice. So it's life is good today.
Yeah.
Life is good today.
That's awesome. And so the people want to know, and I know that I want to know just a little bit about your story. What got you to the name Testimony?
What got me to the name Testimony?
Yeah.
My life here on earth ain't been nothing to brag about. Mm-hmm. God bless me with a good job, but I'd rather chill in the hood on the corner drinking a Guinness stout. I grew up in the church, but I covered my past with whiteout. That shout couldn't get out. I took the wrong route and thought life was all about me and my Drexel University degree. See, and that's really what my life was really all about. It's like it was all about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the enemy is the inner me. So basically, I ended up where the enemy is. I ended up homeless on the streets, eating out of trash cans.
Wow.
I've been shot twice at very close range in 2 different states on 2 different occasions. The last time they shot me, they put the gun in my head here, and they pulled the trigger, and the bullet lodged up in my car, and they wanted to take my vehicle, and I just wasn't ready to give it to them yet. Somehow God allowed me to get to the hospital. And I collapsed in the emergency room. The doctor came in after I was there for a while. He said, You know, if the bullet was a little to the left, we'd be
Yeah.
having the same conversation about you, but without you. You
Wow.
understand?
Wow.
And I said, yes, sir. And he unrolled a loose leaf piece of paper. He said, the thickness of this piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
If the bullet was to the left, the thickness of this piece of paper, you wouldn't be here.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
you know, God really has done for me what I can't do for myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He, through his grace and his mercy, has decided to pull me up out of the miry muck and clay.
Mm.
You know, it's like I didn't leave the house wanting to be homeless.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't
Yeah.
a goal of
That
mine,
wasn't the plan.
you know? But what happened was I got caught in the trap,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, drugs, alcohol, all those things that make up that world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Mm-hmm.
ended up in that world, but
Mm-hmm.
not from that world.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a very tough way to
I'm
go.
sure.
So to
I'm
speak.
sure. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fascinating that you're still here.
Yale to jail, Park Place to Park Bench,
Wow.
and back.
Wow, wow, wow. That's a story in itself. Yeah. And so I heard you talk about your lowest points, right? I mean,
Yeah,
being
yeah,
shot and
yeah.
living homeless. I know that you probably heard a voice at some point in time.
Oh,
When
yeah.
did that make you decide? What made you do that? What made you decide to say, this is it
Well,
for
see,
me?
the thing about it is that
Mhm.
I grew up in the church,
Mhm.
always had
Mm.
God around me. My
Right.
grandmother, my parents,
Right,
everybody was pouring into me.
right, right.
But I believed in God. I just didn't believe God.
Mm.
So, with the things that I was doing and the
Woo.
lifestyle that I was
Yeah.
leading,
Yeah,
you know, I really didn't think that I was worthy.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I had that self-destruction
mm-hmm,
on the
mm-hmm,
inside of me.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Paul talks about it in Corinthians. He
Mhm.
said, no good thing resides inside me.
Right.
Whenever I try to do good, evil is always
Yeah,
present.
always present.
So I was always lurking in the wrong direction.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, it was just about my associations and people that I chose to associate myself with.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, your friends, the people around you will
Yeah.
determine how high you go.
Yeah, and that's so important. And I would love for you to come and speak to my kids,
Oh, yeah.
my high school kids, because they really need to hear that, because
Oh, yeah.
they're living this life right now. A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of them,
Oh, yeah. We're not born winners or
Mhm,
losers. We're
mhm.
born choosers. And it's the choices that we make are
Yeah.
going to shape our character,
Right.
which ends up shaping the decisions we
Absolutely.
make, which shapes our destiny.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it's really, and I do this, you
Mhm.
know, because to give people hope, to let them know that no matter what you've done,
Mhm,
or where you've been, or what you've been through,
mhm.
that, you know, God does allow U-turns.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's
and
very true.
And yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, and what he's done for me
Yeah,
is he's brought me from a mighty low place
yeah.
and put me in a place now to where, you know, I've got a phenomenal job.
Absolutely.
I'm living the dream.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm married. I got
Yeah.
a beautiful house.
Yeah.
And, you know, I travel all over the world.
awesome.
And, I mean, just last week, I did something on my bucket list. I
Uh-huh.
actually took my car to the racetrack and raced
Okay,
my vehicle.
okay,
So,
nice.
you know, those are the kind of things
Yeah.
that, you know, God has allowed me to like enjoy life today.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't look like what you've been through, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
one
no.
thing God will do, right? He'll restore you, right?
That's right.
And
That's right.
it's so awesome to hear that. I mean, thank you so much for being an example. I know that Baltimore Banner wants to do a story on you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So tell us
that's
about
coming out
that.
soon. Well, they approached me
Mhm.
because they were doing a segment in sports,
Okay.
and because, you know, I when I went to Drexel, I played a little bit of indoor lacrosse for
Okay.
the Philadelphia Wings.
Okay.
I,
That's an intense sport.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been playing lacrosse since Jesus was a boy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so when they were actually like looking to do something about that, they started
Right.
talking to me about like, how'd I get here? How'd I
Mhm.
get into lacrosse?
Mhm,
What
mhm,
happened to me?
mhm,
And then these little things start to dribble and drab. They started looking into it,
Mhm.
and you know, they started vetting some of the things I was telling them, and
mhm.
come to find out, like, wow, you know, that I really have been through the things that I said I've been through. You know, so
Yeah.
they actually put a whole story about it. You know, I've been
Wow.
a national spokesperson for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Okay.
I was the keynote speaker for the 2012 U.S. Lacrosse Convention in
Nice.
Philadelphia.
Wow. Okay.
So, you know, some things that I've done on some pretty big platforms,
Yeah.
you know, has kind of put me in a space to be able to say, you know
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
hey, if God did this for me,
Right.
then truly He can do it for you.
Wow, those are amazing accomplishments. And as you were speaking, your story is so strong. And I'm wondering, how do you inspire others? Like, if you saw someone that was going through some of the things that you're going through, what are some things that you would say very quickly to that person to inspire them?
Well, the thing about it is that the truth don't need no support. I just tell them the truth. Look, I've been where you've been. I know what you're going through. I've done these same things. But at some point in time, you have to make a decision, which way you going to go.
Yeah.
For me, it was the fact that, I just didn't want to continue to live my life like that.
Right.
But I didn't know how to get out. I didn't know how to get out.
Yep.
I couldn't do it by myself.
Yeah.
I have a team of people around me, people that love me more than I love myself,
Right,
people that help me, coach me, mentor me.
Right.
And I found some people that had what I wanted.
Right.
And I did basically what they said to do.
Yeah.
Just follow the instructions.
Yeah. And so I understand that you and my brother Com are doing a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Mango Tree Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah. Well,
right.
Mango Tree Tuesdays
Yeah.
is we're having a monster event down at La Familia on May the 2nd.
Okay.
Doors open up at 7.
Okay.
Don't miss it.
Right.
It's the best of Baltimore in terms of spoken word poetry.
Okay.
We got the best. We got the fire. We got the heat coming.
The heat? Oh, the heat.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah,
on
we
that
got the
too.
heat.
I think I'm doing a little
Wow,
something.
there we go.
I'm
like
performing.
I said. Shameless plug, right? I get it.
Yeah.
But the reason why we did that was to bring the community together.
Right.
To try to show that there is an outlet.
Yeah.
There are other things to do outside of the streets.
Yes, there is.
And you can have a sense of belonging.
Yes.
Pain shared is pain lessened.
Yes.
And when you use your skill in an artistic way, everybody has a gift that's inside them to be used for the glorification of God's kingdom.
Yeah.
They told me that when I was in prison. I didn't know nothing about that. And then what happened was I went and I prayed and God woke me up. 3 days later, I was writing poetry. I had no idea that I wanted to write poetry. I never no desire to share, anything about Christ or poetry or anything.
Right.
And ended up we had testimony service every Sunday. And I was locked up for a long time.
Okay.
And so every Sunday we would have testimony service, and I started to share the poetry that God was laying on my heart.
Right.
So I got the name Testimony from being in jail.
Awesome.
And what they did was they said that I would have to let the guards know when I was going to share. And if I was going to share, they had to have extra security because it was standing room only.
Wow.
Cats that had never seen
church anything like that before.
Giving their life to Christ. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So that was really where things really kind of jumped off, where God had to isolate me to get my undivided attention.
Right.
Once he got me out of the way, then he could begin to pull him in.
Yeah. And it's interesting you say that because there is power in writing and expressing yourself.
Oh, tremendous.
As an English teacher, we did just do a unit where the kids are writing just poetry. And you're actually hearing because it's a time for the ones that kind of slip between the cracks, for them to like, oh, you know what, I can write freely about me, about my life. And it's interesting because the first poem that they did is called I Am From. So I am from the streets of DC. I am from, where, there's drug deals going on in the basement, just like, and it's just like, wow. So I'm actually being able to connect even more with my students because they're writing freely. And it inspired a lot of our kids to continue to want to write more. Even when we let the poetry unit go, it was like, oh, I'm with it.
It's amazing. This past year, I was blessed to have the opportunity to be a judge for the NAACP AXO program.
All right.
And they put us up in the hotel in New Jersey. Yeah, so I was hearing all of those young people with their stories. And expressing themselves creatively. And what I would share with that is that what comes from the heart goes to the heart. What comes from the mouth goes to the ear. And poetry really allows you to speak from the heart.
Yeah, it does.
So it's a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it.
Wow. This is wow. I am so full. I'm so full, and I hope that people are really inspired, by your story, and before we let you go, because I wish we could talk forever.
Oh wow.
I'd like to hear. Give us about 8 bars. You know, what
Eight
you got? What
bars.
you got?
Oh wow, she gonna put me on the spot. Wow. I used to be lost to the head bop of violent hip hop, whips with drop tops, 9mm Glocks. I used to smoke weed and crack rocks from out my socks. My block stayed hot. I thought I was on top. I totally forgot the tick tock of life's clock till I got popped. A victim of the devil's plot. My speed was mock. Next was a grave slot if I didn't stop. See, I keep it real, like it or not. Now I pray when I bend my knees to drop, because Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells us also. And everywhere I go, through my poetry flow, I let people know they need to let Jesus grow.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. We got to do something together, man. Well, listen, thank you so much. And let the people know how they can contact you. Like, what are your social platforms?
Everything on social platform is One Testimony.
Okay, One Testimony.
Like the victory.
Can you spell
W-O-N.
it? Okay.
W-O-N Testimony.
Okay.
Testimony.
Awesome.
OneTestimony.com, at One Testimony, whichever platform you're on.
Okay.
One Testimony, Facebook, it's all in there.
Yeah. Well, we wish you all the best. Make sure you all come out and support on May 2nd at La Familia for Mango Tree
That's right.
Tuesday.
Mango Tree Tuesday.
Thank you so much. And we're going to have you back again.
Oh, wow. What a blessing that would be.
Thank you so much.
All right, sister. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Peace.
Money, 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 money. Money. Listen, get your money up with Leon Martin, a self-made financial success story who is a very good friend of mine and has some more tips to share with us. Our tip for this week is being aware and understanding your spending habits. For example, coffee or anything that you like to consume regularly. All right, if we're looking at spending $50 a month on something that you love, something that you want in the mornings or something that you want during the day or in the evenings, well, after 12 months, that's $600. So what is our alternative? What can we do to cut down that cost? Well, see if you can find something that's more cost effective. For example, if you get coffee regularly, you're buying a cup, try to find another way to get the coffee that you have known to come and love. So, get your ground coffee. Get a coffee maker. Make it at home. You can have as many cups as you want, but you're still saving your money. Let's get our money up, y'all. Let's find an alternative that'll help us manage our spending habits better. Make your coffee, your smoothies, or whatever you like at home. And stop giving $600 away on things you don't even think about. Let's get our money up. Sometimes I close my